So Friday night we had gone for a suhoor party. It was my friend's birthday, and he called us to a Ramadan tent, which is a must do if you are here in Dubai during Ramadan. And we were having a feast. And then we came home, we slept. It was weekend. Early morning, I got a call. It was a frantic call from my sister, and she says, "Have you watched the news?" Uh, I took it very casually and I said, "Okay, I'll have a look and I'll call you back." I scrolled through my phone and realized what had happened, but thought, it's Dubai, we're safe here, all is good, and I went back to sleep. But later in the day, when I heard some noises and blasts in the sky, it's then when I started realizing what is happening. And I called up my cousins and we all huddled up at his home and we started thinking and what we should do, what will be the next step. Maybe there will be a whether the city will go dark and the electricity will be switched off, and we had all kind of things which were screwing our brain at that moment. Off and on there were emergency alerts on our phones, that there might be an attack, stay indoor, and we couldn't sleep that night. But when I stepped outside our villa, we saw people walking around the canal. The Burj Khalifa's lights were lit, the whole city was lit, but there were some sounds off and on in the sky. Next morning, when we heard the news, it was scary. We saw this thing fell there, that thing fell there, and I was full of anxiety. My wife works with Emirates, and she was stationed in Thailand. She can't travel back till the airspace opens up, and there was a lot of anxiety, a lot of questions, and I just decided to shut off, go to sleep, and pray. I prayed to God, went off to sleep, and when I got up, I got a call from another friend who is an Emirati, and he called me and he told me, "Brother, what are you doing?" And I said, uh, "You know what's happening? I'm very scared. I've never seen this in Dubai ever." He says, "Well, it's never happened in the history of Dubai, something like this. And you don't worry, I'm coming to your house and I'll pick you up and you come with me, you stay with me." And that's what reminded me, this is UAE all about. It's about some very, very good people. He reminded me that, listen, you are in UAE and we will look after you. And it was a very special gesture, but it helped me to rethink and come out of my anxiety and believe this country. In fact, I thought about the time when COVID happened. I was here in UAE and three of my employees in my home got COVID. I just called up the DHA website. They sent a car, they picked up my employees, they took them to a hospital, treated them. I kept getting updates and they treated them free of cost and then they were dropped back home. Well, the same thing was happening. There was an enemy then. It was an invisible enemy. He was killing people all over the globe, but it is how UAE managed it. It is how they treated things. You didn't know COVID existed. There was a lockdown, but it was so methodical. No noise, no nothing. It was a methodical lockdown. There was a vaccination drive. It was so methodical. People were treated, dropped back home. There's no fuss around it. Same was happening now. There were blasts. The enemies are attacking us. It's no way. It is a war situation, right? And for us, we are first time in this kind of a situation. We don't hear bombs or blasts in the sky every day. But then I researched, and I realized that they have a very strong air defense system which can intercept missiles at different levels. This is what was stopping the projectiles. All the sounds we were hearing is what's happening in the sky. And they know what they're doing. Like, we trusted them during COVID, or we trusted them while investing or coming here in this country. We need to trust them because what they have achieved in the past 3 decades, the countries have not even achieved in centuries. You know, many countries have wealth, but it's what you have achieved. How they achieved things during COVID. And now, how in the last 3 days, God bless this country, everything is happening normal. I mean, you have been hearing the news, you have been seeing what is happening, but whatever has happened in the sky. There's some debris fallen here or there, but how they have handled it, they have not panicked, they have not scared the population. They have literally catered to each and every person stranded in UAE, whether by extending the hotel stays or offering food. So it's commendable. And I still feel that it's only UAE in this. If this kind of crisis happened anywhere in the world, maybe I would have felt unsafe. But here in UAE, I'm safe. It's not only from the robbers on the ground, I'm safe from the robbers coming from the sky. And that can only happen in UAE. God bless this country. I hope all this ends soon. And that's the motto of my company. Always tell each other, this shall pass too.